14 years ago on this day, April 25th, around 10,000 Falun Gong practitioners peacefully gathered outside the compound of China's Communist Party leaders in Beijing. They wanted the right to freely practice their belief in truthfulness, compassion and tolerance, as they did since 1992. But several months later, a widespread persecution began, and it's lasted until today. But there may be signs that things are changing.
Standing on a sidewalk, reading books, doing qigong exercises, this is the site of an appeal outside China's government headquarters, Zhongnanhai. On April 25, 1999, an estimated 10,000 practitioners of the Falun Gong spiritual practice gathered silently outside the compound. They were appealing against a seemingly sudden suppression by authorities.
I simply thought that it was wrong for the police to arrest people just because they practiced truth, compassion, and tolerance. It was wrong for sure, so I had to go to the appeal. I said I was going.
Their request was simple: release detained practitioners and allow Falun Gong to be freely practiced in China. Their requests were initially granted, but what ensued was a persecution that went far beyond anyone's expectations.
Most people think this is the event that created the persecution. Falun Gong had the audacity to surround the central leadership, and so the persecution started because of that. Actually, that wasn't true. There's a lot of evidence to indicate the leaders were building up to suppress Falun Gong for even years before that.
Shortly after this, at least 70 million Falun Gong practitioners became subjects of a systematic persecution headed by former Communist Party chief Jiang Zemin. According to the Falun Dafa Information Center, practitioners make up the largest group of prisoners of conscience in Chinese labor camps today. 59-year-old Wan Chongying was arrested in 2002 for practicing Falun Gong. She was held at the Masanja labor camp in Liaoning province for more than 5 years.
Two male police, Zhang Liang and Peng Tao, dragged me to confinement in a small room and hung me up.
On April 6, Chinese state-run Lens magazine ran an expose on the inhumane treatment of inmates at Masanja, not mentioning Falun Gong. It prompted an investigation by Liaoning officials, which many discredited because of its biased team. While the investigation denied the claims made in Lens magazine, it made a surprising admission.
Yeah, their investigative report mentioned Falun Gong, said this is all the Falun Gong's, slam to Masanja labor camp. But at least they admitted Masanja was used for persecution of Falun Gong. That actually, the last paragraph about Falun Gong they described actually make people believe that torture really happened.
While the Lens magazine article was shortly removed, Masanja's exposure could be a sign that the political winds are changing. Cases of both individuals and groups standing up for Falun Gong practitioners have also recently increased.
But clearly there are people in China that are ready and willing to expose the persecution of Falun Gong, and that's never been the case before.
Holly Kellum, NTD News.